Have you guys ever seen
able
this?
to get the heart out of that helicopter. It was then handed over to one of the hospital's medical personnel.
Helicopter
now,
crash.
as that person leaves the helipad, he
heart
suddenly
carrying a heart.
Slips, right?
trips
He
on a
slips.
metal plate.
Doctor drops the heart in the heart.
Others were quickly able to pick
Another
up that
doctor
organ and
scoops
rush
it up.
inside for the operation.
That's
The
not
person
funny because
who
that
Do you
person
want that
definitely
heart?
died.
was apparently
No,
not
no,
hurt.
no.
This crash is being investigated at this hour
No
by
shit,
the
it's being
FAA and the NTSB.
How do you slip if you have the heart in your hands?
Got like
I don't know.
gravel on it.
And cat hair.
What's crazy is that we missed that. That happened during the show. It happened in 2020 in LA.
I don't know why the heart didn't take.
And everybody, Mark,
Shh, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
No, nothing happened.
You are.
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss.
Oh, hey!
Oh yeah. Good morning.
and welcome to episode 973 of Hard Factor. It is Monday, June 27th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. Today, we have G7.
G7.
And a cup of coffee.
Street fighting man.
Yeah, we're talking that. We're talking soft teens. We're talking tech news. We're talking, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. It's a strong coffee. It's a strong cup of coffee.
A robust blend. Wes has some more disappointment from Burger King after that, right, Wes?
That's right. Just more.
I mean-
just continuing the trend.
More of the same.
What do you expect from Burger King, though?
Yeah, what do you mean
Nothing else.
more disappointment?
As in,
Can't-
we've always
Can't be
been,
more.
besides the A1 thick and hearty burger, we've always been disappointed, pretty much.
Burger King reminds me of that meme, like, our expectations were you for low, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot like that.
Yeah.
Mark's got bad news from normally good places in the TikTok International moment.
That's true. This is a little bit of payback for Wes ruining everyone's day the last couple of shows.
So you're going to ruin
This
days
is at
again?
Wes. Yeah, this is directed at Wes and people that like his favorite store as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. Nice.
Oh, no.
And the night of UFOs in Brazil, as promised during the High Five to put a stamp on today's episode. Pat, by the way, you got the next High Five this Friday.
Oh, hell yeah. I haven't done the high five yet.
I know, I've gotten it every time.
You
So
get
now-
to collect all
Mark got the first one.
submissions. Yeah.
I get a sec. Got
Yeah.
the next three after that. Now it's
Right.
Pat. Everybody have a good weekend. Good weekend.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hung out with PFT on Saturday. He was in town for bad news. It was like a death in the rugby team. But we hung out. Went to a dive bar.
Didn't get a call again.
Did you want to go meet us at Don's? Your favorite?
Nope.
Don's,
Yeah, exactly.
nope.
Yeah, I don't think you would want to
Yeah,
come to
that is a
Don's.
dive bar.
We were playing
That is a-
drinking.
that-
we were playing
oh.
drinking games and
That is a
taking warm
relapse
shots of
place.
whiskey.
Yeah.
Listen, I know why I don't get invited. I still like
You didn't want to be at Don's.
No,
I didn't wanna be at
Don's is definitely
great place.
a regular's place.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
people go in there multiple
Oh, we
times.
were making fun of the. We got in on the regular jokes. Yeah.
You can fuck a 50-year-old in there easy.
Guys,
easily.
I'm a Don's
Dance
regular.
floor.
I hope you weren't
Yeah.
making fun of the regular.
No. Like our waitress was like, it was like, here comes Todd, and this guy with the cowboy hat named Todd walked in, and we all booed him. And then for the rest of the night, we just like made jokes like,
Right.
Todd's still ruining the night. Like we just got in on like some
Also,
fun.
if you
regular
go to Don's
stuff.
Depot,
Yeah.
you have to be able to laugh at yourself because you go to Don's Depot. It's like an
Right.
elderly dancing bar.
Well,
Yeah,
it was kind of my
so-
bar, and I kind of.
It's also
you know-
all the old people.
do you know
where all the
Cowboy
old people
Todd?
go to dance.
I know
It's
Todd.
hilarious.
I know Todd.
Yeah.
I filmed a 80th birthday party there one time, and they cleared the floor because one of the old guys was going to do the splits, and that was the highlight of
Oh
the
my
day. It
God.
was some
Was he
80-year-old. Yeah, he was like 80, and he did the splits, and it was fantastic.
We were there. There was a wedding going on. It was a reception. Like we were like walking through best men speeches with pictures of Pearl Snap on the way outside. Like that's Don's.
Yeah.
And then like
Don's is
my
great.
wife bought
Oh,
like
it's a
the bride
classic
a shot
place.
at the end of the
Classic
night.
dive bar.
Tell you what, guys. If you're ever in Austin, Texas, do what
Don's.
Mark did over the weekend.
Yeah.
Go to Don's. I had a fucking tab there. I had credit. Oh my god.
Yeah, Don's is the best.
It was a
I mean, I wouldn't advertise it as like the best bar in Austin, but
it's definitely
fun.
one of the most
Unique
unique experiences in
It's a
Austin.
unique experience.
And it's where I ruined a lot of brain cells. But let's do the news, boys. Okay.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
All right, boys. Fun fact. The United States has invaded our polite but not necessarily friendly neighbor to the north before. It happened during the War of 1812 when Canada was a British colony. And we more or less got our fat, beautiful American asses handed to us, so much so that invasion is considered by many Canadians to be the birth of the Canadian identity that you know today.
What?
That was the one. That was the one over the northern border, right? Like
yeah, absolutely. We went into Quebecois,
5440 or whatever,
and it didn't work out.
That was the East Coast one.
Well, okay, so there were, I believe, 3 invasions in 1812.
When did we invade Canada?
We fought with Canada several times. They also had Britain and France on their side.
And the Indians,
because they are a
Native
British
Americans,
colony. Yeah.
Yes, they were
some of the times, but
they were a British colony. But at
the time they were. When we fought, every time we fought them, they were a British colony.
Well, that's actually not true. Well, there's 4 other invasions technically into Canada by the United States, but they're really technicalities, as I said. We did roll up on them in 1775. That's when we took Quebec, but we also got kind of handed to us then.
We won the Revolutionary
we weren't a
War
country
the
then.
next year. Pretty good.
I've invaded Canada for 2 bachelor parties, one with you guys.
There you go. Yep. No, we lost Canada in a war, so it's sad. But the Dickinson filibuster, 1836.
Before we were a country.
We were a country in 1812. They were a colony of England.
And they beat us?
Well, the invasion of
England
Canada did not go well. I'll put it that way.
England beat us.
Didn't go well. They set the White House on fire.
To the king.
I got you.
Yeah.
But
then where'd they go? Back to sunny old England, and then we just kept growing here. So fuck them.
But you don't like to hear of another country's identity, Genesis story coming from when they kicked you out of their country when you invaded them.
Exactly like England hears from us.
Yeah, exactly. So it just pass the buck, guys.
On, yeah.
Their Genesis story is actually when the Queen decided to let them become their own country. That's their Genesis story.
Hey, I'm going with that.
That's the current queen, right? She was
the current one. Yeah,
she was still.
She let
1812 was like her first couple.
It was like 5 years ago, right? When she finally let him out from under the skirt.
Well, we're pissing a lot of Canadians off, and it's 18% of our listeners.
25% of our listeners.
So the others guys are Dickinson filibuster of 1836. An American, James Dickinson, tried to seize Manitoba to create an Indian federation that he'd become the president of. He failed. The Patriot War of 1838. An American watchman got killed, and Van Buren sent 400 of our best in there to fuck up the British. The Fenian raids, a bunch of Irishmen who came to the States, got into Canada, and then as recently as 1990,
That's not on us.
The Oka. Well, they some states people mixed in there. The Oka crisis of 1990. A group of armed Montauk Indians who were U.S. citizens traveled up to Quebec.
I don't buy it. It's not like us to. It's not like us to attack people.
Just saying. Okay, that was fun.
We actually hold the record for invasions everywhere.
Yeah,
we want to go through the whole list.
Yeah,
or I think Britain
Yeah.
might beat us. Britain may have us out by a little bit, but yeah, America's right up there.
Yeah,
We've done lots of invasions.
Apple
We're A
didn't
and B.
fall
Well, yeah, we're
far
one
from
and
the
two.
tree.
Okay. News.
Since World War II, we're 100% number one invasion.
Oh yeah.
News. Let's see. Not too much to report, really. Nothing really happened over the weekend.
Nope.
I think there was a hockey game. That's about it. So today's cup of coffee was brought to you
Lightning
by
are still alive.
Black Buffalo.
We don't
kidding,
know at the
guys.
time of this recording,
I'm kidding.
Will, because it's Sunday night.
Oh, right. They're
puck's
playing.
dropping.
Ooh, puck's dropping right now.
Could be over, or it could be going to Game 7.
I want to wheel it so bad.
We're going to wheel it at the end, guys. There is news. I was kidding. You are going to hear about Black Buffalo at the end of this segment, though, because they're one of our sponsors today. But let's talk about teens and weed. The New York Times published an expose about the effects that high-potency marijuana is having on teens who can't hold their weed.
They're freaking out, man.
They're freaking out, man. Guys,
Or is it they can't hold it, or are they just like a little too young to be smoking?
It said they're little bitches, Will. Guys, in 1995,
some kids' brains aren't fully developed.
Right. Will, you better look. Will, you have a quote that I made up for you at the end of this. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sounds great. Can't wait to hear what I said in your mind.
So ride with me. Ride with me that they're pussies. Guys, in 1995, the average concentration of THC in cannabis samples seized by the DEA was about 4%. Okay. 2017, 17%. That's just farming. That's just great cross-pollination. Okay. But now cannabis manufacturers.
Cottonmouth Kings, bro. Kings
KMK, Y2KMK, man. Rip Pakalika. Cannabis manufacturers, guys, are now extracting THC, as we know, to make oils, edibles, wax, sugar-sized crystals, shatter, stuff like that. And the levels of THC are reaching, in some cases, 95% or higher. Whoa. So that's a lot,
bro. That's because you need to do dabs, son. Mm-hmm. That's how else am I going to do dabs if my THC levels aren't at those highs? I mean, I don't understand why people are upset about this. I get that like little kids shouldn't get their hands on it. 100% agree there. Right. But the THC levels, you get. Please leave me alone with that. I don't want.
These aren't little kids, Will. These are kids who were the same age we were when we started trying
teenagers,
pot, and they cannot handle it.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't have been able to handle it.
Of course, a dab is going to send some kids just into outer space, and then they shouldn't smoke for like ever after that.
Bro,
just take a break.
Bro, if that shit had crystals on it and no seeds, I was getting space blasted.
Oh, remember the first time you smoked really good weed? I mean, it was just like another experience. It was a whole nother thing.
It was at Will's house. It was after then. I had a problem.
Remember the conversation you had to have with your parents the first time you were really high, pretending not to be high? That was challenging.
That was hard.
I just parked in my driveway, wait for them to go to sleep.
Yeah, I know, but one time there had to have been one time where you talked to him, you were forced to talk to him, and slip up, and that's tough.
And then when
just
you smelled like it, your mom gave you a hug.
Yeah. You haven't spoken in 63 seconds. You're like, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. For anyone out there that's new to weed, I know we have a couple high school listeners.
Your lucky stars, vapor.
You smell more than you think that you smell, and that's just a good rule of thumb at all times to know.
Yeah, but now you can vape because
it's true. Anyway.
Well,
point is,
you shouldn't because you're not old enough to buy it.
These kids are freaking, guys. An alarming number of teens have been taking trips to the emergency room because the shit they smoked was too good. In response to this alarming trend, guys, Hard Factor Will said, quote, "Aw."
Yeah, I mean,
because
I don't know what else. I don't know what else they're supposed to do.
Because they can't handle it.
What's the term?
I mean, if you call
it's like the scromiting. Yeah.
When they're scromiting.
Yeah,
they're not scromiting. They're calling what they're doing is they're calling 911 on themselves because they're having such bad anxiety attacks.
Like the cop that took the weed from the evidence locker.
Yeah, this happens everywhere. This is when tourists goes to Colorado, the people who travel to a legal state to smoke or take edibles for the first times, and then they call the cops on themselves because they can't fathom that something could make you feel this way. And
this good.
Like, well, no, it's probably this out of control. They don't like it.
Sir, you're freaking out, man. Have you tried putting on a movie?
Yeah, right.
Eating some popcorn.
Yeah.
How about some ice cream?
Get away from your parents' house.
Yeah. Don't talk to your parents and put on a movie.
All right, let's move on, guys. In abortion news.
Freshly cooked chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, right. In abortion news, Dick's Sporting Goods, they responded to the overturning of Roe v. Wade with an announcement from the company's CEO, Lauren Hobart, stating that Dick's employees who have to travel out of state to get an abortion will receive a travel expense reimbursement for as much as $4,000, which is interesting. And Dick's is calling the controversial employee benefit program Vaginas.
Really? Is it an acronym?
I get it. No,
they're not calling it
because they're dicks.
Right.
I get it. What's the opposite of a dick?
They should though. That would be really clever. Yeah. They should make the program called like Vaginas, but make it stand for something.
I like it. There's a ton of big
abortion
companies.
begins with dicks.
Yeah, I was workshopping maybe that the abortionist would wear a ref's uniform. Yeah, but I think Vaginas is better.
Vaginas is good. I like it.
So this is just for their employees. They're not offering.
If you have to travel out of state
person
to get an
in the
abortion.
world, right?
It's not for their customers. Well, no, yeah.
It's employees and their dependents.
It's for their slutty employees.
They have a program where if you buy like you get enough punches in your Dick's card as a customer, they'll pay for your
then
abortion.
you're eligible for the Vaginas program.
Hey, where'd you go? Oh, you got flown for your abortion. Welcome back.
I know that's awkward. Yeah.
Certain
A
states
lot,
you
a
gotta
lot of
watch out.
companies, Netflix, Starbucks, a whole Facebook, Meta, a lot of companies, Apple, they're all doing it.
Yeah,
I
gonna
think the
talk about Apple
travel
in
is the big response, right? Because it puts it up to the states, so most people are within driving distance to somewhere where it's legal.
Yeah, well, lots of trigger laws going on. We'll update you guys on that as that shakes out a little bit more. But continuing on, video of Full House actress Jodie Sweetin being thrown to the ground by a group of LAPD officers in riot gear during an abortion rights protest in LA on Sunday has surfaced on the internet. She took a pretty nasty
She's
trip to the
tough.
pavement.
She just got right back up, and she's like, "Yeah, it's cool."
Right. The 40-year-old actress who portrayed the middle sister Stephanie Tanner throughout all 8 seasons of the popular 90s sitcom commented on the incident, saying, "quote, how rude."
That's her catch line, bro. That's her tagline.
No, that's Michelle's tagline.
Oh, that's right. the younger one, yeah.
She's been thrown down by some cops before.
Absolutely not. How
It's
rude.
Stephanie. It's Stephanie.
Stephanie's.
Right?
Yeah,
It is.
100%. It's Stephanie's.
Wait,
is
no. Who was the youngest one?
How
Michelle.
rude! It's the middle girl. How
middle.
rude is the
Yeah,
middle
right,
girl?
it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
don't
right.
test me.
Girl.
right.
Don't test me. It's-
Yeah, she had some trouble with the law. You're right, Wes.
Yeah.
In the past.
some
How
methamphetamine
rude of the
issues.
cops.
Rude.
But look at this throwdown. It's a little bit freaking aggressive, dude.
It's very aggressive.
Boom. Yeah.
I mean, she also tripped when she fell over.
It was a downhill throw.
It was a downhill throw.
The
but
second
it-
push,
it's like-
she was
it's like
going.
they're it's like they're passing her.
Yeah, exactly. That's what knocked her down. Is she was going, and then that guy.
The second guy got in on it. Yeah, the second guy was like, all right,
Knocked her
and,
down.
and
He
you're
said,
going into the
This one's from Gia
Yeah.
for the hardcore Full House fans. All right, guys.
I mean, there's going to be a shitload of protests over the,
lot of
the
protests.
ruling. So yeah,
A lot of
there was
protests. Well-
they reversed Roe v. Wade. I guess that was
It's a pretty big deal. Yeah, that's gonna cause some protests. Yeah.
All right, well, those
I mean,
are
that's
the two
what
jokes.
the protests are over. Right?
Those are the two jokes
Yes.
that I could write about that.
I think that's good.
Those are good, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on. In tech news, guys, Apple Inc., who ranks number 2 on the list of the world's richest companies and holds the same spot on the list of least taxes paid by companies. Through clever tax avoidance loopholes, they'll be releasing a, quote, flood of new devices this fall, according to a Bloomberg report. The onslaught of new products, guys.
Send them over.
Yeah, you think, Mark, but it's not that sweet for everyone. The onslaught of new products, which is most likely a function of the easing of pandemic-related supply chain bottlenecking, will reportedly include iPhone 14 devices, new iPads, 3 Apple Watches, several M2. Get this, Will. M3 upgraded Macs. Now that's 1 M away from yours and 2 M's away from mine. A pair of refreshed
Man.
AirPods.
You got the M1, bro.
Yeah, guys. This is the 14th new product rollout for the technology giant in just the last 3 months. An unprecedented wave of hyper-planned obsolescence compared to their normal and reasonable drop of a new product, I don't know, every 2 years or so. No word on whether the $3,700 debt that I owe on the 2021 M1 top-of-the-line, almost $6,000
came out a year
MacBook
ago.
Pro that I
How did-
financed less
How
than
did they
12
get
months
from
ago.
M1 to M3 in a year?
Yeah,
They got it in their back pockets.
they're punking me. They're punking Will.
They have it ready to go. No, I'm still happy with the studio.
You're a
It's gonna be
2 chipper,
good.
though. I'm 2 chips
gonna be
away
good
from the
for a
lead
long
now.
time.
I
Well, I
spent
also got the
$6,000 on this computer.
I also got the
$6,000.
turbocharged one, so I'm
Oh.
be good.
Will
Do I
set
still owe
up,
the debt?
Will set up might drop in price now that the M3s
Well,
are
yeah,
coming
for
out.
sure. Oh, you get my.
How does that help me, Mark?
Yeah. It's gonna help me. I'm gonna get an M2 because I got no M's right now. I'm 3 off.
Zero M's.
Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who else got 0 M's is the
Yeah.
Colorado Avalanche, already losing 1-0 to the Tampa Bay
Oh
Lightning.
wow. Could it go to 7?
Live scores, boys. Is it? It's the last game. It's the final.
No.
game, or-
Game
Game
6.
six.
The,
Oh,
the
yes,
Avs
it's last,
could close it out if they win
series.
in Tampa Bay tonight. Yeah,
The Stanley Cup Finals.
it is the
Well, you know who I'm going for.
Tampa Bay.
well, yeah.
Oh, the Avalanche.
Oh, right, because you said that would be a better superpower than having lightning out of your hands.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
You know, we
movie.
put a poll up on Spotify. You should check the results.
I mean, we are glass buddies at the Lightning game.
yeah,
I mean, we're glass bros.
I don't need to
They
look
rolled
at
out
the
the
poll.
red carpet for us at the Lightning game.
It's true.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
I mean,
Lightning.
I know a lot of people in Colorado. I'll be happy for whoever wins, but we went to a Lightning game this year for sure.
Yeah, we were sitting glass.
Okay. Look. Yes, I
I'm
would
a Lightning fan for life now.
If
Yeah,
we're talking about hockey. We're talking about hockey. Lightning guy. You know
Lightning.
that.
Yeah.
You know that. One of the best experiences I think any of us has ever
Shout
had at
out-
a sporting event. It was fantastic.
Yeah, shout out Tampa, shout out St. Pete. We were in that little like VIP food section where they're like serving up like
I wore a championship ring.
steak. Yeah. He put on
that's
championship
right, that
rings,
night.
Stanley Cup rings in that VIP section.
Some old guy made me and Wes like. Oh, was it
No,
you,
me-
Mark?
me and you.
We never got him. Right? But
We got a pin. No, I went and got it, and then I
Did you
lost
get it? I didn't get it.
It's for the kids.
you went and
Your
got it
first-
at
your
the
first
thing?
Lightning game. I got the certificate and a pin saying my first
So
Lightning game.
this older guy, like essentially Cliff from Home Alone 2, was working in like the VIP
Took care of you
free
guys.
consent.
He did.
Well, he came over and he started talking to us because he's old and it's he's pretty much retired but still at work. And I said, "This is our first time here."
I
He
love
goes-
the Tampa Bay Lightning.
He goes, "What's your names?" And he got our names, wrote them down. He goes, "Come back here. I got something special for you." And essentially, what it was is the equivalent of like pilot wings that any airline can give you.
Okay,
But
you
it
did
was-
that this year. You have to. Pull
No, I
Kyle.
wanted to go back.
Wait, that was 3 months ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you did that in April.
Yeah.
You got
No,
a
I
pull
know.
for the Lightning now.
Mark got his. I didn't get mine.
I did, but I lost it.
Oh, so it's a jilted lover thing.
It's somewhere in the stadium. I was walking the steps and it fell out of my pocket. I rolled it up.
Very nice
so,
of Cliff.
yeah.
All right, moving on, guys. Top Gun Maverick. Who remembers what we said it was going to do? I don't.
I think
recall.
1.5 ish was. I think we were between 1.1 and 1.7 range. I think.
Okay. It has grossed more than one Christina Milian globally.
Quick.
Yeah, making it the 49th highest grossing film of all time. Tom
Was it
Cruise's.
fastest to $1 billion?
It was this.
Third fastest, I
It's
think.
very fast, guys. It achieved its current financial heights at Mach speed, crossing the $1 billion mark with a sonic boom in just 31 days. Now, the article I read was that was the second time this has happened since the pandemic era.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there may have been another film that got there, but it's very fast. It's
I
very
think they
fast.
said Doctor Strange 2 got $1 billion too.
Well, I
What?
don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
think so.
I don't think so. It's possible.
Oh, that film is garbage if it got $1 billion. I mean, that is so not worth it.
I think maybe I missed one.
Possible. Well, look,
There's
it's
one
Tom
of them.
Cruise's highest grossing film of all time,
Marvel,
which is hard
Marvel
to
could
believe.
put anything out. Marvel could shit on a plate and it would get $1 billion.
It says that it's at 950 million, and the Doctor Strange 2 expected to reach $1 billion
That's
like this week.
amazing.
Yeah, worldwide. Yeah,
That's amazing.
How long did that take, though? That's pretty soft, right?
No,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like teens on weed, you know?
Right.
Nothing. I mean, yeah, not nearly as fast as Tom Cruise in F-35.
Right.
Not at the Mox that it's at. Guys, the film is currently on the 6 or the tail of The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, who is holding the 48th spot. And it
Does he have tone on it?
I didn't see the film yet. Is it a spoiler?
No, it's just if he's got tone. I've got tone. You know, that's when he's like, boom,
yeah.
boom, 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 and then you hit the missile. Fox 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about to shoot the Hobbit out of the
The Hobbit's
fucking sky.
dead.
The Hobbit, yeah.
The Hobbit's dead.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood's about to have to use the ejector seat.
Oh yeah.
Listen up, Hobbit fans, because you're going to be able to get your own very own piece of the Hobbit, because he's going to be in pieces wherever he blows them up.
Yeah.
Just millions of pieces of Hobbit raining down.
Sorry, Bilbo.
He's
Peter
also
Jackson's just trying to put him back together on the floor.
he's also got that little punk Harry Potter and his Sorcerer's Stone in his sights. Zootopia, which really surprised the shit out of me at 46.
Doesn't surprise me because that movie's awesome.
Is it really?
Is that the,
Yeah, Zootopia is fantastic.
Watched it for the first time over the weekend.
Been waiting for
Zootopia.
Zootopia. Been waiting for Zootopia
Never seen
2.
Zootopia.
I think it stars the comedian from like Arrested Development and all those movies. What's his name? You know, the
It's
guy
about a
from
bunny.
squirrels? Is it about
It's
squirrels?
a bunny who
No,
becomes a
There's a bunch
cop.
of zebras in it.
Yeah, there's some zebras in it. It's a
I
comedy.
haven't seen it.
A couple lions.
45, we got Alice in Wonderland. That's the Depp franchise that he forgot that he was in. Star Wars Episode 1 at 44.
It's not like Madagascar, though. That movie sucks. Zootopia
Finding
awesome.
Dory
I think
at 43.
Yeah.
So,
Finding
Finding
Dory.
Dory.
Wow, he's got to take these out. He's got to. I'm glad that he's in a fighter jet because he
look,
needs to keep
his
moving, Tom
his
Cruise.
next serious target, Aladdin at 40. Okay, and that's been on the board since like 94. So
Top Gun 2 is going top 10 for sure. So like they're going to cruise past the 40s. They're going to cruise past the 30s and through the 20s. Then we'll start talking when they get to the teens.
If you hadn't seen it, I know that it is military propaganda, but it is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't care.
Like regardless of your stance on that, it's an amazing movie. The fighter jets are so cool to watch. I mean, it's just
I'm
so
hearing good things. I've heard some good things over the weekend.
Still
All right,
haven't
guys,
seen it, huh?
let's get to the
The cream of the crop!
G7 Street Fight Man Summit began in the Bavarian Alps, guys, yesterday. G7, which stands for the Group of Seven and consists of us, 5 countries who we've crushed in wars, and also Canada. They get together every year and they talk about the 7's biggest shared problems and how to solve them. And this year, just like the last 9 years, is China. Hey, China.
I mean, really, who created that problem, though? Like, us buying everything from China for the last 30 years has created the issue.
Oh, big time, Will. Absolutely.
So the G7's like, oh no, this is just like a recession coming and inflation. They're like, whoops, what did we do?
The G7 isn't that where they get one of those big tarps and they like pull it over their faces and then they all fart in it and they just the Dutch of it. They Dutch off each other. Yeah. Oh yeah,
like in elementary school gym.
Yeah, like those tarps in the elementary school gym. They go underneath it and then they just smell each other's farts.
Your farts smell like money too.
Oh, you brought lunch today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Macron is a big time. He loves that part of it.
Does anyone?
That smells truffly.
Does anyone know what the countries that are in there that we did beat in war are?
France, Germany,
Italy,
yeah,
England,
Japan.
Yeah.
And Japan, yeah.
Guys, this year, old man Biden, he helmed the relaunch of the Partnership for Global Infrastructure. We fucked
You fucked up Japan.
Yeah.
Right? Nagasaki joke, Hiroshima.
Quick war.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I can't even sit in the same room.
Mic drop.
Did you see that, Canada? Did you happen to catch
Only
that
atom
one?
bomb ever used in the field. Ever heard of it? 2 of them.
Things going to be different come 1812 too. Yeah, guys, this year, old man Biden, he helmed the relaunch for the Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment, a.k.a. the Build Back Better World program, which is a plan to directly counter China's Belt and Road Initiative and has the U.S. committing $200 billion.
He's
I know,
taking
yeah.
Build Back Better, which didn't
Throwing
pass in
world on
America, and trying to do global.
Well, Build Back Better is like his whole
bill
platform.
didn't pass.
Was he want to build land bridges?
So he's doing something that failed in America, and now he's claiming that he wants to do it for the entire world?
It's a great name.
As the sheet's going over the head. How about, it's already written. What do you guys think?
It's kind of like that guy who Bradley Cooper played in Licorice Pizza. He really wanted a giant mechanical spider in a movie. Tried to force it on Kevin Smith during his Superman draft. Didn't work out. Ended up in Wild Wild West. You don't throw away.
This Build Back Better is going to hit one of these days.
A good idea.
I'm telling you.
It's like the guy who wrote the Squid Games or whatever. Like he got shot down by like 10 studios and he lived in his car for a while and he kept going.
Joe Biden's like Maroon 5 at 95 years old. Yeah, he's
They haven't had a hit
not
in a
going to
while.
give
Did
up.
they have a tough time and then they got big?
Yeah, they were like a band for 10 years before
Then they broke out. Yeah.
Fun fact about Maroon 5. Their manager at the height of their fame, Jonah Hill's brother. RIP. Yeah, guys. Anyway, the U.S. is committing $200 billion to a targeted $600 billion in private-public funds over the next 5 years, and this is to combat the China's Belt and Road Initiative, which is going to fund infrastructure in developing countries. And you might be saying to yourself, "Wait, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Pat?" And well, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. See, when we were getting fat and buying dumb shit over the internet for the last decade, as Will alluded to, China's been making all that dumb shit and then using that cash to buy influential stakes in some of the least sexy nations in the world by pumping them full of cash in the form of debt financing, because they know sooner or later there's gonna be a scramble for natural resources and control supply chains.
They've taken over all of the mines in Asia and Africa that the Europeans, this G7 group, kind of used to be over. So now China's totally, besides Russia, who they rely on all their oil and gas for, they have all the other mining resources sort of locked down in Asia and Africa.
Right.
So, and the fact, like Pat's saying, I mean, Amazon is the reason there's a China problem, right?
It's
Amazon
same
equals
thought,
China problem, right? So the fact that we all rely on Amazon so much, I'm not blaming or pointing fingers. Everybody, it's convenient as fuck. But what I'm saying is, like, the fact we all buy made in China products on Amazon all constantly, and the fact that just Costco sources a lot of its shit from China.
We have no one to blame but ourselves. I got 3 Amazon packages today.
We've done this. We've done this to ourselves.
So satisfying.
Zootopia, by the way, 98% critics, 92% audience with over 100,000 ratings.
Holy shit!
100,000 plus audience score 92.
That's a bit of
Disney
a
flick, Pixar.
That's like a
see
Pixar.
it.
Yeah, Disney.
Slight,
That's Disney.
it's DreamWorks. Is it? It's not
Disney.
Disney.
It says Disney on the top of the
Disney
thing.
Disney
owns
Pixar.
Oh,
They bought.
you're
They
right,
own.
you're
They
right.
bought them. They bought it.
It feels edgier
own
than
everything.
Disney. Yeah, I don't think it was a Disney original.
It is. It's not G. It's PG, and they use some subliminal adult sex jokes for
No, I
sure.
watched it with my 18-month-old. It wasn't good for him. Anyway, yeah. As Will was getting to, guys, there's a scramble for natural resources and also a control of supply chains. And China's goal is literally to build the new Silk Road with all roads leading to China. And the countries that they've been putting cash into,
Taiwan.
we're talking countries, guys, like Congo, Madagascar, Peru, Indonesia,
Tahiti.
Tahiti. Pretty much a good way to think about it is like it's like the game of Risk, right?
Yep.
And we were focusing on controlling all of the blue countries and the yellow territories, as you'll see here on this map that I just put up, and some of the reds, which, by the way, make up a total combined points total of 78.
And
points.
all of the purples.
Well, yeah.
Well,
no,
half the
China's got the
purples.
purples, but China's been
Half the
gobbling up. China's got them. China's been gobbling up all the oranges, the greens, the purples, totaling 110 points. And, well, at first you might be saying to yourself, with all those territories, they're spreading the reinforcement armies way too thin. And that only matters, right, if we were ready to attack. And pretty much for a good portion of the Obama years and all of the Trump years, we were in the kitchen getting a snack, letting China roll on our turns and theirs. And they
It's
were
not
just
even their
The
army.
purple is
them.
Australia. The purple is Australia. We have a military alliance with Australia.
No, it's not.
against
It's not.
China
It's not
It's
even
not about that.
It's not even the military. They're owning the markets. They own all the businesses and the
I know,
money
I
and all. Yeah.
understand that.
No,
Yeah, I
Will,
understand that.
Australia was
What we're
a
talking
pet
about, though,
control.
what's I get the market stuff. What's
Yeah.
happening, though,
We were
is it's
sleeping on the market stuff.
It's yeah, obviously, but what's going to happen now is it's all going to pressure point on Taiwan. China wants Taiwan. We don't want to give up Taiwan because we run so much trade through there, and they make semiconductors. They make a lot of stuff you use every day that you don't realize. America relies on Taiwan. We need Taiwan independence. China wants to incorporate Taiwan like they did Hong Kong. That's going to be the
That's
pressure
going to be
point.
sticky.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and-
military does matter. It's not.
Well,
it's
I
not that
was
it
very
doesn't matter.
I was,
I don't
you
think
know, how,
anyone
like,
said it doesn't matter.
you know how when you're kind of like crafting a joke and you're like, oh man, maybe that'll work, and then you get to the end, and it's like, oh, this just doesn't fit. I was definitely thinking, man, the Australia purple part is not going to fit with this risk map, and then my jaw hit the floor because it is Indonesia, but it's also one. Australia was like, and Italy were the two outliers that have been just drinking that Chinese cash in. That you
Well,
wouldn't
yeah.
think
China's got their paws everywhere.
everywhere.
China's super far inside the Australian market, but the Australians have a military treaty with the United States. So if shit did pop off in Taiwan, that would supersede all of the Chinese shit that's inside
Yeah.
their tech.
Right.
The
The
So-
problem
so-
is China's nuts.
So what's that?
Well, I was saying the problem is China's nuts. Kind of like we went over with the Russia-Ukraine thing.
Not nuts
there's that.
enough.
There's that one territory where we used to have a naval base off the coast of Africa. We let it go. Russia came in and bought it, and then crazy Putin is putting subs out there. Crazy Xi has.
This is why we should buy Green. This is exactly why we should.
We need
buy
Greenland. We need.
We
it.
should have
Dude,
bought Greenland. That was a great idea. And now, like, it does matter militarily because you should look up China's military history if you think they're that crazy.
Oh,
I don't
that
want
sounds like a fun
to.
read.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Did-
it's a quick.
did
one.
they lose to Canada
they
too?
Lose everything.
They built a
Anyway,
giant
guys,
wall.
Yeah.
There's
They had to build a
What was
big-ass
all that?
wall.
What was all that art of war bullshit about?
Pretty big wall
Right.
over there.
Starting a race late doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to win it, right? Like, there's tons of times on American Gladiators where the competitor with the head start going into the eliminator ended up picking the paper barrier at the end that had, like, I don't know, like Gemini behind it, right?
Very rarely did the person that starts first lose in Gladiator.
We are the Gemini standing.
Well, what
behind.
if they hit Gemini, though? I'm just saying.
Well, they
No,
get wrecked.
Yeah, they're not. They're running the course right now. We're standing behind one of them.
I don't even think they let Gemini be behind the paper wall after season 1 or whatever because he just wouldn't let you through.
Just hope for Gemini, America. Anyway, guys, that was brought to you by...
They're running that Taiwan course.
Yeah.
We're sitting there in one of the doors.
That was brought to you by Black Buffalo, guys. You know that I use the tobacco, dipping, chewing, something I've been doing since I was 21 years old. And I don't necessarily love everything about traditional chewing tobacco. Like, I don't know, the fact that it's made from tobacco leaf. You know, things are getting different out there. Things are changing. And Black Buffalo brings you the same wonderful nicotine that you could find in a pinch, but it's from food-grade ingredients. It's everything you love about dipping, including the nicotine, as I said, but it doesn't have the tobacco leaf or the stem. Edible leaves, man. Come on. Can't beat that. Same flavors, texture, aroma, pack, and nicotine as traditional tobacco. You're not going to know the difference, except there is a difference, if you know what I'm saying. They have the wintergreen, they got the mint, they got the straight, they got the peach, they got the blood orange. All their products are sold on blackbuffalo.com. They got the long cut, they got the pouches. Here's the deal. Give it a try. Trust me. Why not go and check out the exact same product that you're getting, just not tobacco? Seems like it makes sense to me.
Give it a whirl. It's a great alternative. I was out doing yard work all week and all weekend long, and man, I can't tell you how many pouches I went through, and they made that yard work delightful.
Also, guys, they have the zero option, which is something that I'm going to be exploring hopefully next month. I'm going to say it but not commit to it because I need to get off nicotine. But it's a nicotine-free option. Hopefully I give it a try. Well, I just said it. Just like remember when you said you were
going to hold you accountable now.
Piano?
Yeah.
Can we
say a lot of things?
Can we still do
Listen,
that?
I'm well aware. I'm not up to snuff on things I say.
All right, guys. Anyway,
Can we get
if you
the
want to
West
get
piano
down,
thing going back?
it was a great idea. If you guys want to get down on Black Buffalo and get 25% off, all you got to do is go to blackbuffalo.com. Use promo code Hard Factor. You have to be north of 21 though, 21 or up at checkout. So that's promo code Hard Factor, one word at checkout at blackbuffalo.com to get 25% off your first offer or order. That's the best offer you're going to find on the internet. That's 25% off your first order at blackbuffalo.com, promo code Hard Factor. And this product does contain nicotine. Nicotine's an addictive chemical. So
Look at that logo on the hat. That hat is
I mean,
fire.
the branding is incredible.
Oh.
The alternative, the dip alternative is incredible. But everything about Black Buffalo is great.
Is good. Wes was going to learn a song on the piano in a month that we all agreed upon. It was mainly against Pat, but it was going to be this is a song that we all agree that he is going to pick. It's not going to be too hard. It's not going to be too easy. I was sending him options of top 10 classical songs of all time, and he's like, I think that one sounds easy. I could do that one. It took the guy 8 years.
My son's keyboard just broke.
The piano is very difficult to learn.
Yeah, he thought he could learn one of the most challenging songs ever.
The hardest.
I don't want to learn piano. I think I
can.
can memorize how to do it.
yeah.
But the guy, you couldn't. Not some songs.
I think I can memorize it.
It
Piano,
depends
I
on
think,
the
is
song.
the hardest one, right?
Yeah.
Is there a harder instrument?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe the
absolutely.
bagpipe.
Violin, 100%.
No way. Violin's easy, man. I play that.
Maybe the
It's easy.
bagpipe.
Yeah, piano. No, piano's got to be.
Piano's got
Well,
to be hard.
piano lacks a very important thing. A lot of other, it lacks one thing other instruments you have to have, which is some sort of dexterity in your finger, right? Like you can just hammer on a piano; it's a percussive instrument.
But you can play it not well. You can still play it.
There's a correct
Your
way to
mind
play
has
piano.
to be so good on the piano because you have to jump so far from keys. When
like
you're
playing
on a
chess.
violin, it's only four. Once you got the fingering down, it's just four.
But the fingering is hard. You guys ever see that movie Shine? Anyway,
I don't know, man. Fingering's kind of our thing.
Dexterous with those
Check it out.
digits.
Here's our pick from. I didn't take this picture, so Mark's eyes are closed. But there's the ice pick. Check it out. The rings.
Oh, look
boom.
at that.
That was a
The
great
lighting.
night.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
That was the only pick of the four of us together in our entire history of a show.
we all look fat.
Pat never
as
went to
shit.
the beach.
Horribly fat. No, look, we're gonna just get thin and then get together, guys. That's our point. That's
There you
our
go.
plan.
2030.
2030 it is. You know I don't go to
all
the
right.
beach.
Guys, have you ever been at a job where they gifted you something to show you their appreciation of years of hard work? I'm not talking a bonus check. I'm talking a tangible gift. Hey, here's
Like
here's
the watch and speed that
like
makes
a watch
Dennis
and
Hopper
speed. Yeah, bottle of
become the
scotch.
bomber.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, anything with those milestone gifts. The company I used to work
Right.
for, you would get depending on the year, they'd send you to a website and you'd pick what you want. Once you
Really?
got up there in the years, yeah, it got pretty fucking good. Once you're if I didn't hit my 10-year there, I was about to before I left, but I think I would have gotten some pretty cool shit. But like, hey, your 5-year, you can get like mountain bikes and shit. Like you can get like, it's pretty nice.
It's like the corporate version of like
magazine
like
subscription sales?
arcade tickets that you can go catch.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Corporate or like frequent flyer accounts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Closest I ever got was that blowjob offer from my gay boss at Qdoba. Other than that, never really close to receiving any token of appreciation. However, it can go a long way. We've all seen the show Undercover Boss, where the employee with the saddest story gets rewarded with shit that like their first trip ever in 20 years, or like a $5,000 college fund for their kids, or
new
being entered
tits.
into some
Yeah, new
bullshit.
tits, quite literally. Yeah.
New tits. Yeah. Being in some like management training program, they'll definitely not pass. But all nice gestures to show appreciation for long years of service. Now, let's say, guys, you've worked for Burger King for 27 years of your life. And in those 27 years, you have not missed a single day of work. Perfect attendance.
Goodness.
You think that
employee exists?
Yeah, an employee exists. You think that would warrant a pretty impressive gift, right?
The most impressive. I mean,
Right.
You should get a golden Whopper for that. Like a
Golden Whopper.
like
Yeah,
a
just solid
Whopper.
gold Whopper.
Well, either solid gold or gold plated, enough where they could make some money off of it, though, if they want to get rid of it, or cool enough where they could keep it and it would be badass.
Your own Burger King, maybe.
That's like an
That'd be
undercover
nice.
boss gift for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys don't know the folks at Burger King like we do. As you'll see, instead of rewarding the man, they insulted him. And I can't figure out if he's actually honored or about to blow up the store. You guys be the judge here. I'm going to play the gift they gave him after 27 years of service.
Ticket.
Movie
Thank
ticket?
you very much.
A movie
I
ticket?
also got bag of Reese's.
Bag of Reese's?
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
This is very nice.
Starbucks tumbler?
Thank you guys.
What?
And, like the lanyard,
Lanyard?
Where's the $50,000 check?
It's not
It's a
even
sick
Burger
lanyard.
King.
pens,
2 pens?
None of this stuff is even Burger King branded.
No.
Keychains?
Dude, those pens were like the 40-cent pens.
lifesavers.
2 lifesavers.
So it's just to show what their appreciation for loyalty and for all you've done for the company. This is one I more for working 27 years. Thank you guys.
Are you
All right.
kidding me?
Yeah,
That's
that was staged, right?
No,
That-
I think
a joke.
he has the sincerity required to work at Burger King for 27 years.
Yeah. So let's recap. 27
that's
years
not
of service.
staged. Burger
It's a
King
cl-
admitted to this?
That's
Yeah,
like an embarrassing stocking for Christmas. That's like a shitty stocking.
Mark, that was my joke. It's a
Yeah.
D plus Christmas stocking.
It is.
It is.
Not even D
Yeah.
plus. It's like, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it's like
terrible.
you're angry if you get that as your Christmas stocking.
That's a swag bag. You know what that is? That's a swag bag. That's they went through the swag closet and they were like,
Yep.
all right, what can we give this person?
It's a corporate
bag.
swag bag that you get at
Yeah.
a conference.
Swag conference.
Yeah, like
bag.
any
You fill it with
conference.
shit. Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
conference. Yeah, you get
Yeah,
it for
how
free.
high
Walk
up
into any
how high up
conference.
the ladder did this prize selection go?
Dude, that's
Did it
a,
go to
that's
regional?
a Walgreens trip.
Yeah.
They probably got the Reese's at the movie theater
Oh,
when they went
God.
to get the movie ticket.
Yeah.
Like, I will give him a Reese's.
Oh,
too.
did the man? Oh no, like a corporate manager gave that to him. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Right.
they weren't going to give him anything, and someone like went and spent $40 on their own, and we're like, we got to get him something.
Yeah, let's be honest. This
Oh,
wasn't
no.
from corporate.
Yeah,
This
no.
was some very sweet employees who
Yes.
who were barely getting by, who learned
And that's
this
all
poor
they could do.
bastard
Yeah.
had been worked for 27 years. They were
Oh,
shocked
no.
by it, and they
Yeah.
decided to do something nice. So they
Burger
went
King
home.
didn't even acknowledge it.
Oh,
They did later.
man.
I'll tell you what.
They
I'll
said,
tell you what.
"Here's your gift. Welcome to the 27 Club. Good luck."
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, even the Lone Star Steak lady, she cooked her millionth steak, and they gave her like 50 grand or something like that. 20,
I think they gave her $5,000. I
Well, they
think.
gave her something.
They gave her something.
That's
That
the
wasn't
steak
enough either.
business.
Better than a
But yeah.
swag bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy's in Las Vegas. Here he is. His name is Kevin. Here, let me pull up the. Boom. There he is. There he is with his daughter. His name's Kevin Ford. He's 54 years old. Hasn't missed a day. 27 years. That's what they got him.
Oh,
So
You say he's
just
36 years old?
54.
Yeah, we look not as good as Kevin Ford does.
No, he
Half
aged-
his
yeah.
half
Great
his
for
life.
54.
lovely. Yeah.
Half his life he's been working at Burger King, 27 of the 54 years, and they
Yeah.
gave him a swag bag.
That's all. That's it. That's
Horrible.
That's just
It
terrible.
was one of those clear backpacks.
Yeah,
Like
it's
if they,
terrible.
Oh man,
You know,
literally
he goes,
the backpacks you can only get at a corporate fucking conference.
did you hear how he described the $7.99 Starbucks hard plastic cup? This is really nice. This
nice.
That was nice.
Well,
Yeah,
but
it's the nicest thing
it
you
was
got.
a swag bag.
Well, he
made
can't
by
go
a
to
local
Starbucks. He
employee,
can't afford
Right.
$5 a day on coffee.
No.
He's working a
It
fucking
was
Burger
a swag
King.
bag made by a local employee at CVS because it had like
Exactly.
just like
Yeah.
whatever, like
Two pens. They weren't even nice pens.
There
Even.
wasn't even a note from corporate,
lifesavers.
like, thanks for your service or
No.
your hard work.
It was like his manager
Yeah.
and her friend were like, "Oh my god, 27 years, we got to do something."
Yeah. He's
And
like,
then-
thank you, Burger King. And he doesn't realize it's like, his boss.
Is he the manager, or is there a manager above him at this?
No, there's a manager above him. Yeah.
Oh
You should
my
get a
goodness,
crown.
27 years.
Yeah.
You should get like a
an
legit
actual crown.
crown, man.
Yeah.
You should be the Burger King.
A car.
Yeah. But wait,
How is
guys.
he not like a vice
I tricked-
president?
I tricked you
7
guys. I
years.
tricked you guys. There's a happy ending. I wanted to make up for last week.
Good.
Because after this video went viral, guess what happened?
Burger King felt like shit.
Oh shit! We
Yeah.
look like shit.
We have
Yeah.
an employee
His
that's been
daughter-
here for 27 years.
His daughter, no, his not even Burger King. His daughter Cernia, who you saw in the tweet.
Is this guy all there?
Oh shit, he really exists. Wow.
So
She
he's
saw
not
the-
special needs or nothing, right?
She
He's
saw
not the manager.
How have we not heard of this guy?
still a captain like Tom Cruise.
Still on the line, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So she saw the attention her dad's video was getting, and she said, "This has GoFundMe written all over it." So she started a GoFundMe, wrote this: "Hi, my name is Cernia. The man in that video is my father. He has worked at his job for 27 years, and yes, he has never missed a day of work. He originally began working at this job as a single father when he gained custody of me and my older sister 27 years ago. Then, as our family grew and he remarried, he continued, typo, I think she meant continued, to work here because of the amazing health insurance that
Nice
was provided through this employer because it was unionized, which got all 4 of his daughters through high school and college with full health care coverage. My dad continues
Nice.
to work here because although he does look young, he is coming up on retirement age, and leaving would cost him retirement. In no way are we asking for money. We just set up this GoFundMe to just tell the story,
Which
or
is
is
a
he expecting
fundraising,
any?
so-
Or is he expecting
We're not
any
asking
money?
for money on
That's
GoFundMe.
what,
he
that's what
works
she said.
for
In no way are
Union
we asking
Burger
for
King.
money or
Is
expecting
this
any
the right
money.
place to not raise money? I know.
We just wanted to say
But
we
we're
love
asking
him.
for money.
Yeah.
If anyone feels like blessing him, he would
okay.
love to visit his grandchildren. And as of now,
So asking for money.
$153,000.
Oh.
Yeah. The
So-
original,
so where's
the original amount was 50,000, and then she said, "Quote: Y'all shattered the original goal, so I increased it. Thank you. New goal,
like, I want-
175K. But we don't want any
She's
money.
We want a house now. Now we're going for a house.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
all
Not
motherfuckers
money,
are generous.
house.
Yes, yes. Well, they all felt so bad because Burger King still, even when it went viral, didn't do anything for this guy.
No,
Man, that's
Burger King,
ironically the
Cold.
average salary for a mid to high level corporate employee at Burger King for 1 year.
Yeah, 153,000.
It's about that.
So Kevin, of course, is super grateful. Burger King did say that the Burger King brand and its many franchisees nationwide are committing to recognizing and celebrating the achievements of thousands of people serving across a wide range of roles. Following review with this location's franchisee, we've learned that the video depicts a team member in receipt of a peer-to-peer reward in recognition of a short-term positive performance experience. So they're like, whoa. We didn't even know about this guy. They still haven't offered him shit. He's
Right.
apparently like a contract worker from this company called HMS Host, which is like a staffing agency.
He doesn't
I
even
think.
work for
Oh.
he doesn't even work for Burger King. He's like
But
a
still,
contractor.
He works for
27
a
years.
unionized staffing
Does he
agency.
do
Over
days at other
27
shops?
years?
Does he
But
do
what's-
days at other shops? Does he work at
Why
McDonald's
the
sometimes?
fuck hasn't Burger King hired him from the contracting
no,
company
because-
the past
because-
27
no,
years?
He's getting ripped off. They're paying the contracting company
Yes.
18 an hour. They're
No,
giving
this
Kevin
is-
12.
Yes, this is insane.
What state is he
Some
in?
companies,
Las
some
Vegas.
companies do this as a permanent model. This
They don't
isn't-
let him out of their umbrella.
No, I used
they
to
don't
work for a
hold their own
staffing
staff.
agency. It's
They let
ridiculous.
Staffing agencies do all of it.
Yeah,
This is
it's-
very common, actually.
Yeah. Staffing agents
Burger King.
make a shit ton of money. The guy I
Super
work
common.
for drive like a convertible Mercedes SMG.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, those
AMG.
umbrella companies, those headhunting companies that they make like 30% of everyone's salaries. That they
Hold on.
Very
Yeah.
common.
Hold
on,
hold the
used to-
pickles,
I used
hold
to
the
manage call
lettuce.
centers that were almost exclusively staffing like headhunter people.
Yeah, but no one sticks around for 27 years there. Will
No. I mean,
I don't
that's
think he's been in
impressive, that's what I'm
27
saying.
years for the whole
But they
time,
would,
but-
but they wouldn't necessarily know. Like Wes is saying, because
Right.
it's just it's on the contractor's role.
Right.
Not
Wes
theirs.
just riled up us up on a nothing story. I mean, this
He
has
doesn't
been
have a
point, it's
Burger
been a
King
pointless
employee.
8 minutes.
Burger King can't
That's
send them
not
anything.
true.
Yeah,
It is true.
Well, I don't know.
What's not true about it?
Seems
How come the
untrue.
staffing agency hasn't sent him?
Look up the
Just
USA
work
Today
at
article.
Burger King.
Look
Yeah.
up the USA
Yeah,
Today
he
article.
works at HMS Headhunter.
Yeah, why doesn't the headhunting agency send him thank you letters
He's
and,
worked
and
for
money?
Burger King for 20
No,
So
he
he's
works
just
for
had a
Headhunter.
job for 27 years.
No,
He's,
no,
it's
Burger King.
He's an employee of the Headhunter.
He's an employee of the
Burger King
headhunter.
contract.
But he's
He's
worked
still
at Burger
taking
King
a
for 20
Doesn't
piece.
matter.
The guy who
Burger
originally
King's
got
not
hired
responsible
is
for giving him
dead.
gifts. It's the headhunting
the
company.
HMS Headhunter is.
Yes.
They should give him something.
Wow.
All right.
That's crazy. Burger. I mean, they both should, but
Anyway, he's
that's
fine.
crazy.
$153,000.
That's amazing.
But he didn't. Wes, you're right. It's a happy story. He
Yeah.
ends up
It
with
is.
over 150 grand. Look at that.
And they weren't even asking for it. That's crazy.
Sure.
All right.
Is this Don't Fund Me?
Yes. Don't fun. Here we go. Let's hit the road.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Thank you, Darcel. And at our first stop, the accommodations absolutely suck. We are in Switzerland and staying at a 0-star hotel purposely designed to be as miserable an experience as possible by the Rinklin brothers of Switzerland, who are Swiss concept artists and assholes and con artists, if you ask me. Yeah. The hotel room is just a double bed on a platform with 2 bedside tables and lamps. There are no walls, ceilings, or doors to provide any privacy or shelter, and it's on a busy highway roadside next to a gas station, so it's really loud and smells and is probably very dangerous to stay at. That's the hotel room.
What the fuck?
Yeah. This is the room.
It's like
It's a
just a
joke.
nice hotel room in a parking lot.
Yeah.
I know
In
I'm
a
doing on
gas station.
Valentine's Day. You know what I mean?
And
It is
inside a gas
Switzerland,
station.
though.
Yeah, it smells.
Beautiful
It's gross.
view.
It's a gag. It's a gag.
Yeah,
Right.
no, it's a bit different from some of the beautiful and peaceful and nice hotel rooms the brothers have designed in the past. In fact, it's the opposite. They built it to suck because they want to make guests think about the problems in the world and inspire them to act differently. Sleep is not the point, said Frank Ricklin. What's important is reflecting about the current world situation. Staying here is a statement about the need for urgent changes in society.
In
And then,
Switzerland?
yeah,
Fuck
and then
off.
Brother Patrick said, in a
Doesn't he know
nutshell,
like the rest of the globe exists?
I don't. These guys are idiots. Brother Patrick said, "quote In a nutshell, now is not the time to sleep. We have to react. If we continue in the same direction we are today, there might be more anti-idyllic places than idyllic." Or like, so, like he's like, "This is
These guys have never left.
this is
Switzerland.
what the world's gonna be. All hotel rooms are gonna be like this
These dudes
if we
have
don't
never left Europe.
fix issues." Yeah, guests are invited while they quote half sleep to consider issues like climate change, war, and humanity's endless quest for perfection and the damage it causes the planet. So they got a little note that says, you know, while the cars are zooming by and you can't sleep, please think about climate change.
By sleeping in a Swiss parking lot with like a nice mountain behind it.
Yeah.
Why didn't they pick like the Switzerland is not the place to think about the ills of the world. What
No.
are they talking about?
No, it's like the richest place
It's the
in-
literally
in the
richest
world.
place in the world.
The quote suite comes with butler service offering drinks and breakfast to your bed on the side of the road. Someone
saw
will
that.
Someone
Looks
will
nice.
pull up with your food.
Right,
They throw it at you.
Espresso as
yeah.
well.
It's going to be available pretty soon here, guys. It opens July 1st, and it's going to run through until the fall, until mid-September at a minimum. And it's for the low cost of 325 Swiss francs or $340 US
These
a
guys
night.
are morons.
So they're just taking advantage of like rich people.
It's an
that,
art
like,
piece.
yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
I almost
but
want to pay
do you
them
want to
just
stay? Do you want to
No,
stay there though?
Of course I don't.
Yeah.
No, I almost want to pay them just so I could wire them a note that says you guys
There's
are
a nice view.
idiots.
I just want to shit in their bed. Like
just so I
Amber
know that
Turd
they
style.
would read it.
Yeah. Can you jerk off in the hotel room? No, there's no walls. It's it's
I mean, you could.
Oh, and guys, I know it's available July 1st to September 18th, but it's already mostly booked up by Greta Thunberg.
Right. She stays
Yeah.
there every night.
Yeah.
I don't think they're seriously selling this thing. I think they're just doing this to get into a magazine, and then they're like, there should be more idyllic places like Switzerland.
These guys, the concept artists,
Yeah, they're just losers.
yeah, they're dicks.
Hey.
Null Stern Hotel means like 0 stars in
They
Germany.
twins?
In German.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
they're
so.
some kind of
They're
team.
both. They're Pete
They're
and repeat.
brothers, but
Not bad looking guys.
Yeah.
Eh,
Anyways, Tweedledee and
for me.
Tweedledum. Earmuffs on this next one, Wes. In Canada, Health Canada has issued a massive recall of more than 32,000 Sun Villa 10 foot solar LED market umbrellas, because these things have just quite literally been going up in flames and burning everything underneath its path.
So
Costco
these are the
didn't make 'em.
ones.
Yeah, no, they're Costco's.
These are the ones that have like the thing on the top, and then they get the solar panel on the
They've got
top.
lights in them.
Yeah,
They've
you
got
can,
lights
like,
in them.
switch the color underneath
And
them.
the lights are lithium-ion battery operated. They the lithium-ion batteries may overheat, posing a fire and bird hazard. Health Canada said when they issued the recall this past week.
This is a battery problem. This isn't a Costco problem.
The bird hazard is if it spontaneously combusts while the bird is over it.
Costco's just fixing
Well,
that problem.
the bird hazard may also be that they're getting sued for their rotisserie chickens. Wes.
It's like a
You ever heard
Randy
about that?
Johnson scenario. It's a bird hazard. It's like
anything that gets underneath this thing is going to get burned.
Wes, Costco actually is having a fucking terrible week. This is like on top of our.
What else is going on at Costco? I wasn't there the
They're
other day.
getting sued over
chickens,
the
Wes.
chickens. They
It's normal.
fucked their
The
chickens
chickens.
up, dude.
The
Chickens
chickens.
and
Wes.
the death umbrellas, man.
Yeah,
come
this
on
is
with the chickens.
fucked up, Wes.
How do they keep them
Costco's
so
having a
cheap,
bad
Wes?
week.
You never
Yeah.
asked yourself that?
Costco's
No.
having
People
bad
are
week,
asking
Wes.
now.
This is
Never
payback.
once.
I'm glad it's happening to you. Consumers should immediately stop using the recalled umbrella, Health Canada said, and remove the solar panel from the top of the umbrella. Store the panel as far away from the sun as possible and away from combustible materials. And do not charge the panel with an AC adapter. Like they're basically
hilarious.
saying it's like the most dangerous
They
thing in
built
the
an
world.
exploding solar
Yeah,
panel.
it's not just Canada, though, which has reports of fires from this thing. As in the U.S., there have been at least 5 reports of people's backyards and decks burning to the ground and turning into the surface of hell from the same death umbrella. And in the U.S., someone almost died from smoke inhalation, too. And while Canada sold 32,007 of these things, the U.S. has sold in Costco. U.S. Costco's have sold well over 200,000 of these bastards.
Nice. The people's patios are going to be lighting on fire all summer. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually you never get to know.
It's so hot, too.
If you have this thing
Texas,
and it
this
hasn't
thing.
exploded
Yeah.
yet,
Oh, in Texas, you're fucked if you have
you're
this
not
thing.
putting it. You're not putting it up.
It's a great gift for like an ex that you hate. Now.
Oh yeah, burn her deck to the
Right.
ground. Yeah,
Are you putting
the
yours
deck
away,
that you
though?
built.
yeah.
I'm not putting it up. If that thing's out there and they put out this recall notice and I have it out there and it's working, I'm not putting it away.
Well, I mean,
Just gonna be aware that it could catch.
Can
on
you
fire.
sue them if it burns down something? I don't know.
Probably.
Not anymore.
I think that's the point of a
Now
recall.
that they've done the PSA, yeah, I had to do it before this.
You never get numbers on what unless something becomes deadly. You never get numbers on like
This thing
how
is
many units they're
so
doing.
deadly, dude. This thing is burning backyards to a crisp.
By the way, a couple of mistreated chickens don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still going to shop at Costco. This is not going to deter me at all.
No, of course,
speaking-
we all are. But I just wanted.
Speaking of burning
put it in
to a
there.
crisp, the new Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
man.
good.
Beavis loves fire, and he always wants to see it. And
And
it's just-
nachos.
Yeah, the nacho. Oh man, it's so good. The new Beavis and
just
Butthead.
started
So
it
it's
last
just
night.
it's a redo of the
It's
original
funny.
movie.
These guys are pretty good.
Yeah, we got it. Okay, all right, we got to move along. Are you TikTok
I'm done.
over,
I'm done.
Mark?
I'm done. Yeah.
Oh, go. Okay, yeah, excellent. Go watch Beavis and Butthead. In the meantime, before we get to the last story, as we promised, the night of UFOs in Brazil. So stick around. But our other sponsor today is Feels. Right here, I'm holding the mints. I love their CBD products so much. The mints are so good. I'm just going to pop one right now. Well, you guys tell the listeners what your favorite Feels products are.
Well, don't get too chill out there.
I'll say it again. It's the 2,400 milligram tincture, the big boy.
Ooh, Mark likes the big dropper.
Yeah, it's
The
like
droppers
the
are
Arizona.
strong.
It's like the 99-cent Arizona iced tea of CBD, right?
Yeah.
It's the
Most bang for your
it's
buck,
a tall drink.
Yeah.
It's delicious. So the mints are great. I'm having one right now. The droppers, like Mark said, fantastic as well. They're strong and relaxing. And Feels CBD is a better way to feel better. Feels is a premium CBD that will help to keep your head clear and feel your best. It's hassle-free, delivered directly to your door. CBD naturally helps reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. And Feels is a very high-quality CBD extraction. Place a few drops of Feels under your tongue and feel the difference within minutes. The thing to remember about CBD is that finding your right dose is important, and everybody's dose is different. In fact, Feels offers a CBD hotline to help guide your personal experience so that you find the perfect dose for you. Feels customer service team is dedicated to making sure that you get the best use of your CBD. Or if you need a dose of chill on the go, pop one of Feel's new CBD infused mints, like I just did, for a clear-headed feeling, just some nice relaxation. CBD, like I said, it's great for a lot of things. They claim it's great for a lot of things. For me, I just think of it as just a nice way to chill out anytime I want to relax a little bit. Joining the Feels monthly membership makes your self-care easy. You'll save money on every order, and you can pause or cancel anytime. Start feeling better with Feels. Become a member today by going to feels.com/factor, and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's feals.com/factor to become a member and get 50% off, automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. Feels.com/factor.
I love that hotline, so you don't have to do the whole, do-si-do.
Yeah, it's cool, and their flight is really cool too. When you
don't
order...
act like those, you don't end up like those kids scromming, those little cowards.
Right.
Yeah.
No, well, Feels is it's CBD.
Feels would never do that to you.
They would never.
Yeah. So relaxing. You will never scrum it. In fact, the opposite of it. It'll just help you calm down.
You're gonna calm it.
And
yeah.
They have a flight you can they have
Dog on Full
strengths.
House.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Now to follow up on last week's high five. Again, Pat, you got it this week. The wheel has spoken. And a real quick follow up. Colin got the tattoo.
Whoa.
So you guys
Colin
see
from
it
California.
there. Hard factor Orca. Colin got the tattoo.
And
so
Wes was right. It was just an orca the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's an Orca that says hard factor.
Right. There's nothing. There was no dolphin or anything.
No, there's no hidden dolphin.
First hard factor tattoo. Congrats to Colin.
It looks awesome. Good
That
job.
we know of.
Love it.
Some that we know of. Also, it looks great. So some people say it also looks like a manatee inside of an Orca. I still stick with dolphin inside Orca, but it's hard
it's an
factor
orca.
Orca.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
First
work,
hard
Colin.
factor tattoo.
Nice work, Colin. Also, another follow-up. This is an important one. A federal appeals court temporarily and hopefully permanently blocked the FDA jewel ban on Friday. So that's awesome. Thanks to Tim A for that knowledge. Yeah, and speaking of orcas tats, Colin's orca tat, another guy who's in on the orca tat, Lombard Trucking, he sent me this video just so you guys can see it. Just wanted to clear up, that orcas actually eat dolphins. So all you guys
they'll
that
eat
hate
anything.
dolphins,
Well, I
They'll
didn't
eat
think
anything.
they didn't.
They eat blue whales. They'll eat anything.
that's two orcas just destroying a dolphin, just eating it whole.
That's probably because that dolphin was being nice to humans.
Right.
No, I mean, I think it may have
Just
been one of the
dragging
ones
it along
attacking
like
humans.
a trophy.
But we don't know that they killed that dolphin.
What I'm saying, guys,
No,
is that
I
they can take
guarantee
out
you-
the dolphins too. They should be. They're better teammates than they
I
are.
guarantee you that dolphin posed for pictures with humans, and then when the humans went back to their nice
I mean,
hotels,
you don't know that.
the orcas drug it out and killed it and said, "This is what you get, you human-loving
Exactly.
bitch."
That is a bold guarantee. 'Cause
Yeah.
you have no idea.
I'll guarantee it too.
Did you look how mangled his body was? There was some venom. That was a venomous kill.
Yeah, the orcas, they like to play with their food.
They do.
I don't know if you guys forgot that. We've covered it before.
Because they're ruthless.
Yeah, they're ruthless.
They are ruthless, but good allies. I think better than enemies. Also, a crazy one from P-Fits. I missed this on Friday. Have you guys ever seen
able
this?
to get the heart out of that helicopter? It was then handed over to one of the hospital's medical
yeah.
personnel.
Helicopter
now,
crash.
as that person leaves the helipad, he
That's
suddenly
carrying a
accidentally
heart.
Slips, right?
trips
He
on a
slips.
metal plate. Doctor
drops the heart in the
heart.
Others
God.
were quickly able to
Another
pick up that
doctor
organ and
scoops
rush
it up.
inside for the operation.
That's
The
not
person
funny because that
Do you
person
want that
definitely
heart?
died.
was apparently
No,
not hurt.
no.
This crash is being investigated at this hour
No
by
shit,
the
it's being
FAA and the
investigated.
How do you
NTSB.
slip if you have the heart in your hands?
Got like
I don't know.
gravel on it.
And cat hair.
What's
Yeah.
crazy is that we missed that. That happened during the show. It happened in 2020 in LA.
I don't know why the heart didn't take.
And everybody, Mark,
Shh, don't tell him. Don't tell him.
No, nothing happened.
All right, sir, let's...
Mark, your assessment is wrong. Everybody, including the person who got the transplant, totally fine.
Wow.
It's only
Everybody
been
in
2
the
years.
crash, everybody, everybody, totally fine.
Wow.
Except for the doctor that dropped the heart. He's
Yeah, except for the doctor who
he's
had a heart
not
attack
fully
when he dropped the
recovered.
heart. Yeah.
He's forever a rube. Yeah, he's forever a maroon.
Oh my God! Imagine the fucking cuts that go on that guy in the break room.
Oh, can you imagine
yeah.
that? You know,
You don't want to hand it to Jaworski over
Not
there.
our Butterfingers over here.
you know they invite him to like the adult softball league too, and they like just like he's the worst on the team for sure.
Don't let him play
Yeah.
third base.
Yeah.
Oh look, I'll let him
Lost
check
your
out my
life.
lungs, but I'm not
Just,
gonna let him hold my baby. You know what I mean?
Treat it like it's a heart. Oh no, wait, don't because you drop it.
Hot potato, hot potato.
Speaking of somebody who does not crumble under pressure, Alexander Ovechkin dominated Russian pro soccer over the weekend. I'm not going to play the video for you guys because I'm pretty sure we would get rights. But he dominated. Like he played for like Moscow Dynamo or something.
So
What?
big, he
scored a goal.
trucks some defender.
He's smashing people.
As like a gag or like a hobby, or he's like
for real. He's a good soccer player.
What
He's
level
fast.
of soccer was it?
It's
Big.
professional, Russian professional.
But like A, double A.
No, it would be like England's fifth league instead of the Premier League.
Right,
It'd be
exactly.
Like,
Still pretty cool.
Russian professional.
Still, but these guys were college level or better in shape.
Yeah,
We haven't had a two-sporter in a long time.
Yeah. Very good soccer player.
He made that guy. He's so big. Once you see him on the soccer, because hockey's
like,
a little
it's
bit
like
misleading.
Ronaldo, the
because
first
they're all
Ronaldo.
big.
Well.
No, the one with the haircut. He's like
The
he's
other
that
Ronaldo.
like he's just bodying people out.
Yeah,
inside
he's
the box.
big.
It's
He's
incredible.
like Ibrahimovic.
I mean, a bigger Ronaldo.
Zlatan. Yeah.
He's way bigger than current Ronaldo. I'm talking about old school Ronaldo, the fat
Right.
one, the one that
Yeah.
got too big to play because he was
Imagine that.
dominating people in the box.
Bigger
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Pat.
With my luck, that's the Ronaldo I'll end up with.
Pat, you got
Cooler, though. He's fun to party.
Pat,
with.
you
I
might
mean,
want to
like,
be careful. Anderson Cooper came out this weekend and said that he knew he was gay, or he turned gay when he bumped into Richard Gere shirtless for the first time ever. And you're getting close with the Ronaldo. I immediately thought Pat and Ronaldo when I read the story about
That's
the
what made
shirtless
that's what
Richard
made
Gere.
Anderson Cooper realize.
Yep,
That's
that's what it was.
When he bumped into him
Yeah, he bumped into him shirtless.
in the showers, don't you? When do you usually learn that
Was
you're
it the
gay?
masturbating to
That's
get
not what
one in
made
the,
it realize.
in the
10?
closet?
Yeah, that's
12
what he said.
12 years
That's what he
old, he
said. He
bumped
said
into
he
him?
said he knew he was gay
At
for the
9.
first time ever when he bumped into like 30-year-old Richard Gere shirtless. When he
Oh, things could have been
Yeah.
very different if I never met that gear.
he's so hot.
Suck his cock so bad. I knew I was
He's
gay.
so hot.
Okay.
There you go, Pat.
Okay. Now, as promised, the night of
my
UFOs in
passport?
Brazil that Charles sent in last week for the High Five, but we're doing it as a story because you guys need to hear about this. Brazil's Senate is having sessions to discuss UFOs this week because it turns out they had a massive encounter back in the 80s. And now all of the videos from the U.S. Navy that have been confirmed have them wanting to take UFOs more seriously because of this old event that happened in 1986. Sergeant Sergio Mata da Silva was the first Brazilian in the military to report the massive event on May 19th, 1986 in Sao Paulo. That came to be known as the Night of UFOs. Where over several hours, hundreds of witnesses, including like the country's most elite units in the Brazilian military, saw strange objects that seemed to move at terrifying speeds all night long. And then 5 bewildered pilots testified to seeing 21 objects appear and disappear, while hundreds of troops on the ground also witnessed them. And the Air Force chief of Brazil at the time, he just came out and said, quote, "There's no explanation." And it's like,
So
a
this is
famous thing in
86?
Brazil. Yeah, May 19th, 1986.
What do you think they were doing? Heading to the ocean?
So what happened that night was,
By the way, have you ever seen
or the
something and thought
rainforest.
that's a terrifying speed?
rainforest.
Like how fast? How fast does something need to be going? Like it's like
God, I got scared. Yeah.
yeah,
I
we'll
think-
get to the exact speed
fast.
in a minute. Yeah. So what happened that night? The guy who was the first to report it, Da Silva, Sergio Mata da Silva, he was working at the airport. He was in the air traffic control tower. And so he spotted the UFOs, and he said they're all just sitting there stationary watching the runway. So like Da Silva so he spots all these UFOs in the sky, these lights, and then he's like, holy shit, they're just standing still. Like
I am
that's not a plane.
terrified by the speed.
And then he goes, and no, they're just sitting still at this point. And
he's
then
not
he-
afraid
and then-
yet,
Okay.
Well, he's still afraid because they're just sitting still. He's like,
but
what
not
the fuck are
as
they?
afraid. He's not terrified yet
He's like removing his shirt, Brazilian style, like he's
because he hasn't seen the speed yet. I mean,
he's gonna fight him. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. He's probably just freaking out, like, hey, what are these lights? So he started dimming the lights at the airport. Like
Hiding
maybe they won't think they won't know we're here.
Yeah. Like he's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And
he just wanted to see what their reaction would be, and so they started to come closer when the lights got dimmer, and then they went further away when the lights got brighter. Then around 8 p.m. that night, Sao Paulo time, about 2,000 nearby Air Force personnel reported seeing all the lights in the sky. And then at 9 p.m. that night, a plane piloted by the president of aircraft maker Embraer Air, which is weird, reported several objects in the sky as it tried to land at the Sao Paulo airport. And so when that happens, the president of that plane company is flying his own plane into the airport that night. That's weird. Brazil's fighter jets then scrambled to go meet the UFOs, but that's when the pilots were like, "Holy shit!" So they couldn't catch them or track them on radar.
Got burned.
Yeah, they got burned. And so this, they went up in the sky and they said, "This is what it looked like." They're like just chasing these lights and they couldn't catch them. Captain Armindo Sousa.
That's the Brazilian Tom Cruise.
Yeah, basically Brazilian Maverick. He's got a huge mustache. He's sitting in a fighter jet. He said that the UFOs,
if that guy doesn't eat pussy all day long, I don't know who does. I don't know who does.
He does.
Armindo knows. He's got a few techniques. He said that the UFOs traveled roughly 11,500 miles per hour and were up to 300 yards wide. Jesus. So these giant lights.
300 yards wide.
They're always pulling that guy out of orgies for missions. Where is he?
We need Armindo.
I think I know where he is.
yeah.
He's eating pussy again. Photographer Ademir Brito was working the night shift at his local newspaper when he got a tip that there was flying saucers, and he was the only photographer working that night that was able to get a good image, and this is the image he got. So
what the hell is that?
It's a long exposure of the night sky, but obviously like a moving orb,
like a worm under a microscope.
It does look like a worm under a microscope, doesn't it? I mean, remember, it's 86, so
it's like Ebola.
Right. It looks
like
Ebola.
So the longest exposure, I mean, the exposure is less than a second, even if it's a long exposure, right, Wes? Probably.
What's that?
A long exposure is less than a second, probably, even if it's a long exposure.
Oh, way less than it. Yeah, I mean, like.
So that thing moved that much, yeah.
I mean, that's a huge amount of movement.
Long exposure is like 10 seconds, or like I don't know. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3. Like that's a long exposure.
Okay. So yeah, so like 3 seconds.
So it could be like 3 seconds, but still, look how far it's moving across the sky. It's insane. So yeah, so that's the only like real picture that they have of it. Brazilian UFO researchers also note that, quote, "At no time did they try to attack us." This is he's taking his shirt off, Mark. He's aggressive.
Yeah, this is that part of it. Yeah, so I was terrified.
They were playing cat and mouse with us, he said as he was ripping off his shirt and getting really aggressive.
He's getting horny now.
They were jacking with us.
We are usually the cats, but this time we were the mice.
We would have eaten them like pussy.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's consistent, though. That's consistent with everything that you see out of the U.S. Navy and the Air Force, U.S. Air Force too. The aliens are so fast they literally just go straight up into the air to get to like lose these pilots.
I saw a clip on like TikTok or Instagram of Bill Clinton getting interviewed by like one of the late night hosts, and they asked him about aliens, and he like bullshitted around Area 51 and claims there aren't aliens there. But he said he went to Hawaii and he talked to the people at the best telescope place in Hawaii, and he asked them like what they thought about alien life, and he goes, "Oh, thanks for asking. It's a huge debate here." And he's like, "Oh, so like what's the range?" He goes, "Oh, it's from people that think there's 85% chance to 95% chance." Like everyone at the telescope place is like 100% sure basically that there's,
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's I think Brazil like America. I mean, aliens must love America because there's a lot of sightings in Brazil. There's a lot of sightings in USA.
Yeah, this might be just like alien life in general, maybe as opposed to UFOs. But I mean, there's aliens out there for sure.
Have you guys
Russia
seen
says that they've encountered them too. We just covered that recently.
Have you guys seen that movie, The Vast of the Night, about that 1950s town in New Mexico? If you haven't, it's friggin' awesome. It's essentially a town in New Mexico one night when there's an alien invasion, like a UFO sighting. But it's a very good movie, very very cool.
There's a place called Skinwalker Ranch that a lot of people think.
Skinwalker Ranch is the ranch. So, well, that's Skinwalker is the one that guy got the cash from Harry Reid. The guy that owns Skinwalker Ranch got the Harry Reid cash.
Yeah.
So he was double.
Yeah, I mean the alien shit's. I mean, who knows? They could be out there. One real quick thing of space age news before we move on from Chris Ferriel. He sent this in. Amazon announced that Alexa is now going to be able to mimic your deceased loved ones' voices.
Come on.
So yeah, I originally had that in the coffee, but then it made me really upset.
Yeah.
Weird. So the example they used to point it out
is
a grandma reading a book to her grandson after she passed away. But don't pretend AI grandma isn't going to start reading you ads eventually, right, Bezos? I mean,
oh
yeah,
it's creepy,
super creepy. That's enough space age.
The Macho Man,
right?
Like, do you have to prove blood relation? Could I mean, could the Macho Man read my son a bedtime story?
I wish the Macho Man could do all of the voices for all of my internet experience. I mean, maybe that's possible.
It has to be a very close blood relative that's dead. Yeah. Just the saddest.
You have to give all your personal information and sign over your entire life to Jeff Bezos before he allows it to make you an AI grandma.
I don't like
that then is going to sell you all of his products.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's super creepy. All right, that's it though. Yeah, nothing else.
No, cuts through the wheel.
Wheel time.
Oh, the wheel.
The wheel.
Oh, the wheel.
Pat, you better zip it, or the wheel will get you.
Wheel's gonna get you. Coffee is me.
Coffee's Wes.
Let's know I'm going on vacation soon.
Wheel knows better.
The wheel knows you're going on
Does.
vacation. Yeah.
Man, the wheel is really on it today.
Wheels tick
The W's.
W is a little switcheroo. Are we spinning for let's see what the score is. Oh, it's 1-1. Are we spinning to see who wins?
The wheel's been pretty shitty on this series, hasn't it?
No, the
Yeah,
wheel actually
it got it
nailed
wrong
last
last
time.
game.
Really?
No. 2 games ago it got it wrong. Remember when it stole Pat's money?
Yeah,
It got it right the last time.
Oh, I did get it right last
Took
time. That's
all
true.
my money. It was my
Yeah,
last.
listen,
Pat's
no,
money,
it's
and then
actually
it got
one.
it right.
It's actually
All right, here we
1-0.
go. Here we go. Tampa Bay or CO, looking like
Yo,
Colorado.
wow, in the middle.
The wheel thinks they're gonna win on
They're
Tampa
gonna win by
Ice.
a couple goals.
Wow.
Ooh.
Well, that would
What
be
does it
bad. That
know?
means we cursed the Lightning. 'Cause they're
And
gonna
remember, I
lose
told
on
you
home
how
ice.
the game was going to be close because it was like the last time it was right on the edge and it went to overtime. It called it.
Mark, you
This
got
one
your
looks-
rock?
Yeah, right here. I'm thinking
All right, you guys are we riding the Avalanche after this?
Avalanche by
Are you
2.
gonna throw a live
I'd
wager?
live bet Avalanche by 2 if I was smart.
They just scored the equalizer, so it's a good
I
time.
know.
Okay. All right, we got to go watch this game. Thank you for listening, as always. But most importantly, have a great fucking day.
Hard Factor. Cheat on the news. Patreon.com/Hard Factor.